How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sammy BAYA. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. How to identify a narcissist at the workplace. That's the title of this video. Narcissists thrive on praise and validation. At work, they may seek constant recognition for their contributions, often exaggerating their achievements. For example, during team meetings, a narcissist might frequently redirect discussions to their own successes, overshadowing the contributions of others. Narcissists at the workplace, you'll identify them by their lack of empathy. They have this inability to empathize with colleagues. For instance, if a team member faces personal difficulties, a narcissist may respond with indifference, focusing instead on how the situation affects them. This lack of compassion can create a toxic work environment. Narcissists often believe they are superior to their peers. You might notice a colleague consistently boasting about their credentials or accomplishments, dismissing the achievements of others as trivial. This self-aggrandizement can alienate coworkers and disrupt teamwork. In the workplace, narcissists may manipulate others to achieve their goals. For example, they might take credit for a colleague's idea, presenting it as their own in a meeting. This undermines trust and can create resentment among team members. Narcissists often feel entitled to seek special treatment. They feel entitled to special treatment. You might observe a colleague demanding accommodations or privileges or favors that others do not receive, such as flexible hours or more resources, without justification. This sense of entitlement can breed frustration in a team setting. Narcissists also tend to use others to fulfill their own needs. A common scenario is a narcissistic boss or narcissistic manager who relies on subordinates to do the heavy lifting while taking credit for the team's success. This exploitative dynamic can lead to burnout among staff. Narcissists are known for their criticism. They're known for their being sensitive to criticism. Despite their grandiose self-image, narcissists are often highly sensitive to criticism. If a colleague reacts defensively or aggressively when receiving constructive feedback, it could indicate narcissistic traits. This reaction can stifle open communication and hinder personal growth. A narcissist may also display an arrogant demeanor, often belittling others. For instance, during discussions, they might interrupt or dismiss opinions, suggesting that only their viewpoint is valid. This behavior can create a hostile atmosphere and discourage collaboration. Narcissists frequently compare themselves to others to feel superior. You may hear a colleague constantly referencing their success in relation to others, undermining team morale. This behavior fosters competition rather than collaboration among colleagues. Narcissists often disregard personal boundaries. A coworker might invade personal space or make inappropriate comments without considering how it affects others. This lack of respect can make colleagues uncomfortable and create a toxic work environment. Narcissists struggle to accept responsibility for their actions. When mistakes occur, they may blame others rather than owning up to their role. For example, if a project fails, a narcissistic leader might shift blame to team members, undermining trust and accountability. A strong focus on appearances is another hallmark of narcissism. Colleagues may notice a coworker who is more concerned with looking good than doing good work. This could manifest in excessive self-promotion or prioritizing personal branding over team success. Narcissists often prefer to work alone to maintain control. If a colleague consistently avoids team projects or prefers to dictate rather than collaborate, it may indicate narcissistic tendencies. This can stifle creativity and hinder teamwork. Narcissists can also be emotionally volatile, reacting strongly to perceived slights. For instance, if a team member presents an alternative viewpoint, a narcissistic colleague might respond with anger or hostility, creating an uncomfortable atmosphere for discussion. A fascination with power and status is typical among narcissists. They may prioritize climbing the corporate ladder over teamwork, often discussing promotions or titles rather than the collective goals of the team. This obsession can lead to a competitive and divisive work environment. Narcissists might isolate team members to maintain control. For example, a manager may foster a culture of favoritism, creating cliques and alienating others. This tactic can undermine team cohesion and lead to a lack of trust among coworkers. Some narcissists engage in gaslighting, making others doubt their perceptions or experiences. If a colleague dismisses your feelings or interpretations of events, insisting you are too sensitive or overreacting, it could indicate manipulative tendencies. A narcissistic colleague may prioritize their own goals over the team's needs. You might notice a coworker consistently advocating for projects that benefit them personally, neglecting the collective objectives of the group. This self-serving behavior can hinder overall progress. Narcissistic leaders often create an environment where employees fear repercussions for dissent. If a manager fosters a culture where team members are afraid to voice their opinions or concerns, it reflects a narcissistic approach to leadership, stifling open dialogue. Narcissists can exhibit inconsistent behavior, swinging between charm and hostility. For instance, a coworker may be pleasant one moment and then dismissive or rude the next, leaving colleagues confused and unsure of how to interact. Narcissists are obsessed with control. Narcissistic colleague may exhibit an obsessive need for control. This could manifest in micromanagement, where they excessively oversee others' work, undermining autonomy and trust. Such behavior can frustrate team members and hinder productivity. Narcissists often downplay the efforts of others. During performance reviews, for example, they may focus solely on their contributions while ignoring the hard work of the team, creating a culture where employees feel undervalued and unrecognized. Narcissists have a deep-seated need for validation, often seeking reassurance from others. You might notice a colleague frequently asking for approval or praise from their decisions, creating an environment where others feel pressured to cater to their ego. A common tactic of narcissists is to use flattery to win over colleagues. They may shower praise on others when it serves their interests, but withdraw that support when they no longer need it. This manipulation can create uncertainty in relationships. Narcissists may adopt a victim mentality, portraying themselves as wronged or misunderstood. If a colleague consistently blames external factors for their shortcomings or insists that others are against them, it could indicate narcissistic behavior. A preoccupation with physical appearance and grooming can signal narcissism. If a colleague frequently discusses their looks or appears overly concerned with how they are perceived, it may reflect deeper narcissistic traits focused on image over substance. Narcissists often neglect the importance of team dynamics. You might observe a colleague who ignores or undermines the group's collective efforts, right? They undermine groups' togetherness. They focus on their personal accolades, and this behavior can fracture teamwork and hinder any progress or any success. Narcissists show resistance to feedback or suggestions. If a colleague reacts defensively to constructive criticism or refuses to consider alternatives, it can create an environment where improvement and collaboration are stifled. Narcissists fear being exposed as inadequate. And again, narcissists give praise strategically and sporadically. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.